Hello everybody, we're back at it again with another video about Novastalgic Draft League Season 9, Week 5. And this one is the most crucial battle of the week. We have Miami Heatmor, Orange Steve, currently at 1-3, fresh off their first victory this season last week, facing off against the Las Vegas Persians of Mops, who is 3-1. Important for both people for different reasons. Steve needs this to have a shot at making playoffs, and Mops needs this to both because their end of season scheduling is kind of tough, and that they're going to want to try to get that 1 seed in the draft, or even a 2nd seed, top 2 seed. Currently Mops is in 4th. It needs to have some good end of season momentum. But Mops is also the most likely person, if stuff happens. If a loss here would be one to drop out because of having tiebreaker, or Steve having tiebreaker. So Mops needs to win this match. It's quite an interesting match on both sides. I talked a little bit about it in the team preview video before, but it's gonna be really how well does Mops play around Steve's Hail team, and does Mops ditch his setup sweepers in order to do fast damage against this Purloin, which that is going to be so menacing. But let's see what happens. Where are you? There you are. Okay, right off the bat, we see Bulbasaur on Mops' team, which is like... I don't know why Bulbasaur came, to be honest. It's maybe to be a spore absorber for Fungus, so Fungus can't put it to sleep, and then it could be good for Sandygas, but I didn't even think Sandygas is coming on Steve's team. I thought Slowpoke Galera was coming instead of Sandygas. But I predicted 5 of Steve's team members correctly. I think I got 5 of Mops as well, actually. I mean, I said Jang Mo was maybe coming, but Bulbasaur coming is a big surprise. Who did I have over Bulbasaur? I think I had either Meowth or Meowth, Roggenrola, or Shellos as potential options, but none of those came. Let's just get into the battle, see how it goes. So Purloin comes out, good lead here. Okay, so it's able to, Purloin's biggest thing to do is knock off Eviolites. And it gets a crit and knocks off Bulbasaur's Eviolite. It was going for Porygon, that's okay. Sets up a substitute, and Mops makes a huge mistake. So Encore is coming. My dude, Encore is coming. Now what? Now you're forced to get hit by another knockoff. So what are you gonna get? What do you want to get knocked off? I would say, honestly, Jang Mo is not gonna be setting up sweeping here. I would say Jang Mo should have taken this knockoff. Instead, Porygon gets hit with a knockoff, and that's just huge because that's Mops' biggest defensive thing gone. If you even notice here, even though the item is gone, knockoff does more damage to Porygon. It's crazy. And then instead of going for the synthesis or the recover, Mops goes for damage, which I think was a big mistake here. Porygon needs to be full health, even without Eviolite. It still has decent bulk. Okay, Growlithe gets sent out here, which is a big bold switch here. What if this thing used Ancient Power or Earth Power? That Growlithe would have been smacked. I mean, smacked. So this thing does get close combat, so I'm not sure if Mops brought it, but switches out into Misty here. Pretty sure this gets Wild Charge, but I believe they, instead of sacking off, instead of going for it, I think the rolls are not favorable at this point in the game. Actually, let me check. I don't know Growlithe's EVs, but let's see what the calc says. Steve's been using standard EVs for the most part this season. Where are you at? Staryu. With analytic, yeah, okay. And then we have Growlithe. Wild Charge, where you at? I'm just gonna go for the default set here because I have no idea what Mops is running. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be running more speed because 36 is not enough to outspeed after a flame charge. So maybe like 116 speed, which would be less special defense probably. Just 136. Yeah, needed more chip damage to kill Staryu. That's why Mops doesn't go for it here. Sacks off Porygon instead, which again I think was a huge mistake. Jangmo-O comes out, and I'm not sure why you thought you could set up on a Staryu in the first place. That's so risky. And you know that this has Encore, and you still set up. Then you bring out your Choice Scarfer when you know that you're gonna get locked into a move. Okay. So this is going spiraling out of control because there's no good way for Mops to deal with Purloin. Now Growlithe gets knocked off. Staryu comes out again now. And if you notice, 58, and then we said the calc earlier does 52 to 73, so pretty much a guaranteed KO. Only one shot, a little bit that it didn't. And Sandy Gas comes out. Mops just sacks off Growlithe here. Instead of going for the heals, I guess he didn't have recovery, Morning Sun, which is quite unfortunate, I think. But you know, probably was gonna die anyway. And then Mops is bold, tries to set up on an Onix when Bulbasaur's still alive. Eviolite being gone is kind of bad. Okay, now Giga Drain is able to do the 2-shot. Getting that chip damage on Onix would have been really nice here because we all know that would have been because the break's 30 and everything would have been nice. Alright, Lil Gus comes out. Sludge Bomb is okay, so basically now stalling out the rest of his synthesis. But a Sludge Bomb, even with min max, it's eventually gonna do enough. So stall out the synthesis. And then a crit comes out and Mops is like then saying out Jangmo-O, which I am absolutely flabbergasted that this thing is running bulletproof and not overcoat. I am absolutely in shock. And this would have been should have been another bolt switch in my opinion to Purloin, but again Mops tries to set up and Purloin's still alive. You can't do that. You can't do that, Mops. Close Combat comes out. And then this is an easy switch back into Fungus. So I think Bulbasaur gets sacked here. Yeah. Oh, you used Spore. What a mistake. That was a big mistake here. Should have just went for the Sludge Bomb there. Even if Jangmo-O comes back in, you have an easy switch back into Purloin. Sacks off Sandy Gast here to bring out Purloin to knock off Berry Juice, which is nice. And then Amara from here, it suddenly is a 3-3 battle, but you know, it's pretty much over. Sandshrew sweeps from here. So even though Amara does go down here, Sandshrew gets the Slush Rush. It gets, it's probably running Wide Lens, so it gets Triple Axle. And that gets rid of Onix. That's going to get rid of Farfetch, and it's going to get rid of Jangmo-O. So really good from Steve, keeping his threats till the end, his hail toward the end of the battle to be able to sweep. And that is just that's exactly how you use Sandshrew. Everything gets chipped down, everything is nice and low, you just sweep from there. Super well played from Steve. A few mishaps that could have made the battle a lot easier. Like the battle was pretty much in Steve's control the entire time, but Steve could have won more easily with a better scoreline. But who cares about the scoreline? He got the W, and that's all that mattered. Mops, not his best showing for sure. I don't know if he's feeling the pressure a little bit here, but hopefully not. He needs to get it together for next week if he wants to try to keep those playoffs and to get his playoffs alive. He'll need 2 wins now to guarantee his 2 wins out of 2 to guarantee to be in the playoffs. If he wins only 1 of the last 2, he will be in trouble. It'll be kind of iffy, and so because as we can check at the schedule, the standings, Mops will be facing who is Mops facing? Nova? Okay, while Nova has been playing kind of not the best this season, Nova's team against Mops' team is kind of actually pretty good. I'm gonna talk more about it in a, I know it's really top heavy, but Nova, if Nova plays their cards right and uses some of the things at the Abra, probably like Magic Guard Abra, save it till the end of the battle to do some late game cleaning, it's gonna do some big work. Stash Abra could definitely run through some of Mops' threats, and even something like a Mudkip could do really well here. Of course, Mean Future Pinch is always scary and hard to deal with. We haven't seen Nova battle yet because Nova still has to play Jedi this week, and I know they're kind of sick, so that might be a little bit delayed. But we'll see what Mops does here, and then Mops, of course, will have to face Chari in the last week of the season, and that's a battle between 2 current playoff contenders, which could be a battle between who stays in the playoffs hunt, because depending on how the rest of the season goes, if they both come into that battle at 3-3, oh my god, it'd be quite intriguing. I don't think it's gonna happen. I think that Chari is gonna be at least at 4-1. And I think that Mops will find a way to beat Nova and be also at 4-2 coming into that final battle of the season. Still could be huge though. If Mops loses, that'll be 4-3. If Steve beats me and beats Milk, he'll be 4-3, and that'll be Steve will have tiebreaker over Mops. And head to head, if you look at the differential, Steve is 2-3, but actually has a +1 differential as well as Mops. So you can't even if something happens where PM drops to 4-3 as well, which is probably unlikely, and they'll all have tiebreaker over each other. But differential wise, PM and Steve will likely have the differential edge. So it's gonna be very crucial. Mops probably wants to win out to end the season, and Chari needs to get at least 1 more win under her belt too. Yeah, luckily for Chari, the best thing for Chari is she's beaten all of these people below her, except for Jedi. And Jedi will be next week battle, week 6 for her, after she fights me this week. So if she could beat Jedi, she is pretty much guaranteed playoffs because she would have beaten all of the bottom 4. So she can't, even if she loses to the top 4, or she won't have to worry about tiebreakers or anything because she's beaten all the people she needs them for. Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting battle this week with me and Chari. We'll see how it goes. My team is made for her. I'm not going to showcase it or anything, or tell you anything about it, because I like to do that on the day of the battle in case something happens and people are watching. I know I trust everybody here, but still, better safe than sorry. That's always how I've lived my life. But anyways, guys and everybody, that's gonna be it. I will see you hopefully today's Saturday, so tomorrow is my battle with Chari. If Nova and Jedi somehow happens before that, I will try to do a live reaction video to that. If not, I'll do another post battle commentary like I did today. I will see you all next time on the next video. Take care. Bye.